Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Franca, and if you're my regular subscriber, welcome back to the channel. It's nice having you here. My birthday is in 2 days time, and with every year and every single time my birthday comes in, there's always this feeling and sense of gratitude that comes with it. Like, I'm just so happy and excited, and at the same time I also go through this moment of like reflection where I think back on the year, the things that I did well, the things I didn't do so well, the things that I don't want to do again, and how I would like to move forward based off that. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I do the reflection together with you guys? Let's go through some of the things that I've learned this past year. I think this is one of the things that I had to come to terms with as I grow older. Number one, nobody knows you as much as you know yourself. When I was younger, in my I think maybe late teens, early 20s, I always used to hate it. Especially, and I think moms do that a lot, where they go, I know you better than you know yourself. And sometimes this is true, because it can also come from a good place, because they want to reaffirm some certain things for you. But there was also a part of me that just rebelled whenever that was said. No matter how much somebody say they know you, they know the things you do, they've seen your track record, they've seen how you do things, that does not mean they're in my mind. That does not mean they know the thoughts that I carry or the fear that I carry. They don't even know the things that even fuel half of the decision you make. They can only make inference from my past decisions, not from what I'm going to do tomorrow. That being, and coming to that realization put me in a position where I realized, if nobody knows me better than I know myself, then nobody can tell my story better than I can tell. Nobody can ever explain me the way I would explain myself. I think that ties into my number two, is have a deep sense of self-awareness. It's knowing my good side and my bad side, understanding my weakness and my strength. It's like, okay, I see you in all shape and form of you. And also with that self-awareness comes self-acceptance, that I see you, I might not like it, but I accept you. I think it's also the beginning of self-love, because you cannot love what you have not come to accept. I think when we want somebody to love us, sometimes we're not even looking for them to, I'm not looking for you to like love me in the vision you have of me. I'm looking for you to love me the way I am right now. You're not coming into my life to change me. I think it's the same thing with self. First of all, you have to even accept who you are. You have to accept that, oh, I am this person and that person. Does this need to change? Yes. Does this part need to go away? Definitely. But this is who I am in this moment, and I accept you. Nobody can bully you out of that. Nobody can make you fit a stereotype you're not. Nobody can come and tell you, oh my god, you are too this, you're too that. You're like, yeah, I know, I am all of that. Yes, I know it's not good. I know. Nobody can make you do things you don't want to do. And I think that's one of my biggest takeaway. Guys, if I'm looking down, it's because I wrote everything out in my notes. I wrote out all the 10 points so that I don't forget it. So yeah, you are allowed to be wrong, but you're not allowed not to have an opinion. And this especially comes into play in the workplace, right? And also in family. I think maybe it's something that, now that I'm getting older, when I become a mother, if I do become a mother, is I would like to instill in my children. You're allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to say the wrong thing. You're allowed to make mistake. It's when you make mistakes, say the rubbish in your head, right? That's when you know that, oh, this is nonsense, and I need to improve on that nonsense that I've said. But if you don't say it out, sometimes you would think what you carry in your head is the right thing, is the smart thing, and you would just hold on to that idea, right? So one of the lessons that I learned is, you are allowed to be wrong, but you're not allowed to not have an opinion. So in the workplace, in gatherings, in community, I'm going to voice my opinion. And because again, it was a way to build confidence in myself and what I had to say, and the ideas that I carry. So I would constantly tell myself, you are allowed to be wrong, Franca. Say those rubbish things in your mind, say those rubbish things in your head constantly. Over time, even in conversation with people that are way smarter than you, just say it first, and if they correct you, you know that, okay, now that was wrong, I will not say it again. You have to have your own voice. You have to have your own way that you see life. So in my parent church, we don't have something called pastor. I think we just call them preacher or something like that. They're not really pastor. So this man would come to the house, and my sister and I would be arguing with him, like, oh no, I disagree on this part. Why should he be on this part? And the man would be so comfortable explaining, oh, this is why, okay, I see your point, but this is this. And then I joined this youth fellowship called YWAP, and would always argue about things. So in a way, I think that kind of like helped me voice my opinion, even if I think, oh my god, this is going to sound stupid in this moment. But my family, right from when I was growing up, they made it very comfortable for us to always say our mind. So when I got older, I was able to take that, and then when I come to things like, oh, religion, church, argument, life, I'm able to argue with people and other people, and they don't even think, oh, this is nonsense. They would answer you. They'll tell you, oh yes, this is why I feel. I would read my Bible, be like, oh, I don't agree with this line. I don't think this should be this way. Why should it be this way? And maybe that's a blessing to have those people, to grow up with those certain type of people that help you own your voice, that help you feel safe in having your own opinion. But that's my biggest lesson growing up, is you're allowed to be wrong, but you're not allowed to not have an opinion. Have an opinion, maybe have an opinion about everything. It does not mean that you're going to be like rude and be crazy. Just have an opinion about things and how things should be. You just keep owning it day by day. And sometimes having an opinion is knowing that I'm not going to argue today, this does not warrant my energy, but I know better, and I'm keeping that thought for later. Number four, and this ties into relationship, right? It is the fact that because something is different does not mean it is better. Chai! Because something is different does not mean it is better. Sometimes, because you, let's say you meet guys who are not very like romantic, or like they're not very chivalry, I think that's the word. They don't open the doors for you, they don't send you message, they just do those things that make you feel like a girl through and through and very sexy. And then you finally meet a guy that do all these things, and then you feel like, oh my god, this isn't. I don't think so. I You want to make it a point of contact, that whenever you meet something different from your usual, you take a step back to ask yourself, is this different or is this better? Is this just different, or is it different and better at the same time? Because you could be swept up in the whole euphoria of, oh my god, I've never experienced this before, or this is not the way I used to do it before, oh, this person is so different from my ex, yada yada yada, and you're entering into something that is even worse than what you left, man. So because something is different does not mean it is better. I had this personal experience. My friends had to call me and be like, Franca, you've been meeting Toyota. Finally you met a G-Wagon, and that's why you think, oh my god, this person is Alpha and Omega, the heavens and the earth. But they are not. They are just as bad. Their own badness even on a different scale from that Toyota that you'll be meeting. So you want to be sure that you meet this new thing, it is better and better for you. And maybe better might not be your friends better. It might just be better for you. You want to be sure that that's what it is. Your life can only grow as far as your mind can see. If your mind cannot grasp you in some certain situation, even when you get there physically, you would self-sabotage till you get out of it. And I think this was one of the biggest lesson I had to learn. Maybe about widening my horizon, and about exposure, and about re-engineering my thoughts, that I had to learn, right? That even if your mind cannot see you in some certain places, even if you get there, you will feel uncomfortable. You will feel like, oh, I'm not worthy to be in this place. Oh, why am I? If you cannot see yourself, let's say for example, earning 1 million naira, if let's say by a stroke of luck you start earning that amount, there's a way you will feel like, oh no, I'm just an imposter, they're going to sack me, they're going to wake up and realize that I'm not doing anything, I don't deserve to be here, I don't deserve to be earning that money, I don't deserve to be in this position, I don't. And because our mind and our body, our entire system, the biggest thing for them is that they want to be in a state of comfort. Your body wants to stay in that position that you already know, so it wants you to keep eating the way you've been eating. Your mind wants to stay in that safe zone that you already know, so anything that looks like it's taking you out of your comfort zone is going to struggle with it. So your mind will want to take you back to that position you're comfortable in. So maybe like take you back to that 200k you're earning, or that 100k you're earning, because that's where you feel comfortable. That's when you tell yourself, this is me. Until your mind can grab something, until your mind can see you in some certain situation, your hand will not touch there. And it just leans into the Bible verse that say, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And I think that's one of my lessons, especially this year, which ties into the next one, which says, whatever you say, like, be careful of the words you say. Oh my god, be careful of the words you say, because words are very powerful. And it is with the way you see daily affirmation and daily proclamation, you want to be careful of what you say. Sometime this year, very very much sometime this year, I was doing I was doing everything right, right? But for some weird reason, I would confess that I would keep confessing. I would keep saying, "Oh my God, you are doing rubbish. They are going to do this to you. Oh my God, you're going to flop in this area." I don't even know where that was coming from. I knew I was doing everything the right way. When the results would come out, I flopped, and everything was just a mess. And in my head, I'm like, why would you keep confessing such ill-begotten things to yourself? We might think it's minute, but I think again, the more you say some certain things, the more it sits in your subconscious and your mind take it as reality, and then you start acting that way because you think this is the reality. I have to learn to like tell myself you are a badass at this thing. I listen to some certain let me say sermons, you guys already know this, sermons, videos, just when I wake up or before I sleep, because I want to put myself, I want to give my mind the I want to give my mind leverage to be able to think well and act well and grow well, because I know that sometimes our mind can be our biggest opposition, not even another person. Our mind, us ourselves, we can be our own biggest up with the way we don't believe ourselves, with the way we doubt our capability. And the wake up call for me is seeing people that are probably doing the same thing that you're doing, or even less, and then they are earning way more than you are earning, or living such better. I'm like, what is the difference? The difference is not necessarily in the skill gap, because there's no skill gap. You people are on the same skill pedestal. It is maybe it is in connection, the people that you know. And I feel okay, there's sometimes that this connection are for everybody. You guys are on the same playing field, you're all in the same job market, you're all applying for the same job. What differentiates you is how they market themselves in some certain scenario, how when they get to this negotiation table they're able to negotiate better pay for themselves, as opposed to you that feels I don't deserve to be here, and therefore you negotiate like, please, you people should pick me, pick me, pick me. And this is about job, like pick me, pick me. I know anything you want to pay me, just pay me. And I think that's the biggest thing I'm learning, especially when it comes to career. Like, I went for an interview, and God, I wish I could turn back. That's one of the interviews that I regret to this point. And in my head I'm like, I wish I can get out of it, because I went to this interview and oh my God, I was acting like you people should please pick me, just pick me. And till this day I regret it, because I wish I was like, I wish I owned my shit, because I was that good for the role. I was that good for the role because I saw the reaction of the MD. I was that fucking good for the role. But I was not confident. My confidence was in the trash. When it came time to negotiate the salary, I was, oh God, that period, that interview and that process still haunts me to this very day that I'm in. It still haunts me. So that's one of my biggest lessons this year, is to own my shit, to own the work that I do, to also in the same turn to own the mistakes that I made. It's like taking accountabilities for the things that I do. Stop waiting for others to live your life. You want to go out, you want to travel, you cannot find any of your friends to travel with, go on your own. You want to go on a date, go. Stop waiting for people to live the life that you want to live. Sometimes I feel like when I see people go the line of, oh my God, I've never received flower in my life, that's okay, right? But I'm just thinking, I know it's not the same thing, but I always think, can you not buy the flower for yourself? Or can you not ask your friend, like your very good friend, buy flower for me? If people are saying, oh, I've never received flower in my life, that will not be the same for you. Actually, I've received flower. It might not be from a man, but you've received flower. You've gone out to that restaurant. You've gone on a date. You've received good gifts. Like, just stop waiting for others to live your life. If you have any desire in your heart that you want to carry, that you want to experience or do, just do it. Like, because I I feel like I live in this constant awareness of how short life is. I live in this constant awareness of the brevity of life. And I'm always thinking, if I keep waiting for the other shoe to fit, I would never learn to enjoy life. So if something is stressing me out so much, I have to do it so that I can move on to the next thing, because another thing is going to stress you out. Today is flowers. Tomorrow is going to be phone call. Tomorrow is going to be something else. So just move on with it. If I want to go to a certain place and have some certain good time and nobody's pulling up, I want to leave and just experience it, because time is so short. I'm sorry, but what if I don't wake up tomorrow? What if something happened? Then I'll live a life of regret where I'm feeling like, oh my God, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? And then when you're living with that constant awareness of how short life is, you realize some things don't even matter. Like some certain things can go, some certain things can stay. This is important at this point, and this is not important at that point. My next point is tied to career, and it is the fact that pivot as much as you want to. When I was growing up, when I was starting out, I felt like, oh, I have to pick the right career now at this moment, because I can't change again. It's like, oh, if I don't get it right now, I won't be able to change again. I don't know where that thought came from, but I had to learn that you're allowed to pivot. It was not even just me it's not like I learned it personally in isolation. There was this thread one time where they were doing, oh, what advice do you have for any woman or something in her career? There was this very long thread on Twitter one time, and the women were just giving career advice to other people. And one of the ones that really stuck to me, and I remember saving it in my phone, was pivot as much as you want to. You could, and I think I see a lot of tech people do that. You could start off as, you start off as a designer, then you move to maybe animation, then you move to 3D, then you move to you start, okay, I want to code, then you go to full stack, then they move entirely to cloud engineering. Do you understand? Like, pivot as much as you can, because you started off at this field or in this field does not mean that you have to stay there. If this is not for you, if this does not even fit you, you are not growing very well there, move on. This one, I'm giving you guys my one lesson as a career minded girl. It is the fact that take your career seriously, children of God. Take your career seriously. And one of the ways to take your career seriously is speak to people that are way above you in that career, and have a community of people that are growing just as you're growing, so that you guys can be sharing ideas with each other. Hey, have your friends, have like, let's say for example you're in marketing like me, have 4 marketing guys that are like you guys are just starting out, you're just building your career together. That's my biggest, I think that's one of the biggest things that I have to learn this year. Gather people that are in the same space as me. I still remember having a conversation with my friend, you guys probably know him, Alex. He's also a marketer, he's also a marketer. We're having conversation, and was talking about this role and that skill. This is what we want to start doing on LinkedIn. This is the positioning we're taking next year. This is this is that, because we cannot keep being here. Both of us, we did our MBA together, and we're graduating together this year. So is my body in this marketing world, and again, is working in a different industry, and it's coming back to tell me, oh, this is what we're doing from a marketing perspective in this industry. And I'm like, yeah, that is so nice. And at work, I met different people. I'll meet guys that are so focused on SEOs, other ones that are so focused, and I make sure that all of them, I'm talking to them, I'm chatting them, and somebody will just call you, oh, Franca, do you know any influencer that we want to use them for a campaign? I'm like, let me check. I would call another guy that knows it. And I'm realizing that this year I'm beginning to build a small community of marketers, of marketing people that I know, that I'm learning from. At the same time, build a community of people that I can learn from. As much as I'm growing with them, it feels like it's an horizontal thing, that we're not on the same level. Some of them are like way higher than me, like way higher. So I also see them as people that they are my mentor in some ways. Like when they say network, I'm networking horizontally, because when opportunity pops up, like, oh, we're hiring a new campaign manager, they could think, oh, Franca, we're hiring a new marketing person. Oh, why not? I know a girl. Most of my tech roles, that's how I got it. The moment I started my career in tech, then I started off as a designer, right? I was making developer my friends. If you go through my contact, they asked, like, for every one designer friend I had 2 developer friends. So whenever a role pop up in their office, I'm always like, oh, your friend sent us your number. Oh, they are hiring in this company. Send your CV. It would go a long way. Those relationships, till today, I'm going to say it, except one job that I applied through LinkedIn. I have not, all the jobs that I have had, all my tech jobs that I've had till this day in tech was through friends, was through relationship. Oh, they're hiring in this company. I've submitted your CV. Oh, call this person. Oh, talk to this person. That's how I've gotten all my job to this present day. And it's the same thing I want to replicate in my marketing career. I want to build strong relationships such that when things pop up like this, because again, for me, this is a saver system to constantly get jobs. Because by the time application come out on all these platforms, there are a lot of people that have applied already. But when you have people in the system that knows you and that knows your name, you are way ahead of all the other competition. Do you understand? It's a leverage, and it's not just a you're eating from them alone. It's also like a symbiotic thing. Like, for example, you guys are doing something, you need my help, call me up, I'll be on that, I will do that pitch deck for you, I will design that. Do you understand? It is symbiotic. Do you need this? I need this. The call I had today with the analytic guy, even after we finished solving that, it was the next thing of I want to run ads for this Franca, can you help me handle that? And I'm like, oh sure, why not, let me help you. Do you understand? It's a symbiotic relationship, and I think that's like one of my biggest lessons for career girls like me. If you want to build good horizontal relationship, you guys don't even have to be best friends. My last point has to be that what I'm learning is money is a means, not the end. Money is a tool. It's a means to end, not the end. Because I know that sometimes as young people, as we're growing up, there's always this thing of I need money, that we lose ourselves in the middle of finding all the money. I will say this to this day. I know sometimes having multiple jobs, 2, 3 jobs, or whatever, feels like a flex in the outward, but it is not. It is so draining. Your health is at risk. Your mind is at. You are stressed 24/7. Kai, that is not life. That is not life. At the risk of my health, it's that I'm conditioning myself to see money is a tool to get me this. So if I can put that money to get this experience or this life or make life easier for me, I'm going to use it. It's a tool. It's like trading time for money. I remember being in this business class one time, and the man was trying to explain the difference between brand values, and he was trying to explain the difference between values and belief, also in terms of personal values and also like your business values and belief. And he asked, if you're on a desert, no, even before the desert part, it was like, right now, would you drink dirty water for 10,000? Everybody said, oh no, God forbid. Increase the money again. The answer kept being, oh no, would never do that. Then he asked, what if you're on a desert and it's just dirty water that is available? Would you drink that? The answer reduced. Like the number of people that said no reduced, and when they added money, it reduced a whole lot more. And he said, any of you that consider that as your value, that was not your value, because now time and money has changed the answer for you. Value has to be something that money would not change. Things would not change. No matter what happened, it would not change. These are your core. It's like they're like your DNA, like your core cells, right? That would not change with time. And then belief, on the other hand, you can have a belief today and your belief will change tomorrow. Belief, on the other hand, are different entirely. There are things that, you believe today and then you don't believe tomorrow. So and I think that just stuck in my head. When it comes to money, it has to be the money is a means for me to maintain my life, but at the same time not at the risk of losing the things that I consider value to my life, right? Because we could get so wired up in chasing money and chasing things that we just throw everything away at the core point of trying to get that money. Yes, guys, those are some of the lessons that I've learned in my 28 years on it. Some of the lessons, some of them just even within this year, not even anything like extensive. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do this birthday. Actually, if I had my way, I would have like a little private thingy with my friends and loved ones, but I don't know, guys. But I'm excited. My heart is filled with joy. I'm just so happy I think I'm happy for two things. Number one, starting something and seeing it end. That is business school for me, number one. And then number two is starting something that I've always wanted to do for like the longest time. I really, really feel so proud of myself. I don't even care if it flops or something, but I just have this idea and I see myself bringing it to life. That feels like the biggest gift I can give myself this 28 years old. So my birthday, I'm not really doing anything. I'm pouring all my time and attention to bringing this shoot to life. So yes, guys, when this thing come out, please help me subscribe, help me go watch, help me like it, and yeah, and also subscribe to my newsletter. I've been putting out newsletter like I promised the other time, and I kept thinking, you know what is this newsletter going to be? At first I wanted to make it very personal, but now I think I'm making it strictly for like marketing guys like myself, for marketers. Like, it will be our own little community where we'd learn, talk, discuss, and honestly, whatever you guys want me to put there, just let me know. But yeah, if you watch up to this point, thank you very much. You can wish me happy birthday. Okay, this will be coming out 2 days before my birthday, but nevertheless, you can wish me happy birthday. I would accept with my full chest. So thank you, and I will see you in my next vlog. Cheers to 28 years. Bye.